a little bit. Simone Biles, the gymnast, her mom coming out. So I guess she did a little interview or whatever, talking about how she want to reconnect with her daughter because she apparently put her in the system due to her addictive. I guess it was alcohol or drugs or whatever she was addicted and put her up for the system. Now she wants to reconnect with her and get in her daughter's life. Would y'all do? What do y'all think? Would you, if you were Simone Biles, would you allow your mom to come back in your life after all this time? You would.
Go ahead. No, I'm saying I would. I don't see nothing wrong with her wanting to reconnect. I think it's a big title or subject because of who Simone Biles is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's here, regarded as one of the top athletes or whatever. But I mean, her mama went through something. You know what I'm saying? So, and if she feel that she in that space now to where she can, have a good relationship with her daughter, why not?
But see, the thing is the mother's dad have Simone Biles, in which she calls him dad.
I thought it was her grandma. I had her.
No, it's Simone's grandfather, but Simone's mother's dad.
Okay.
And the grandmother, I think somebody else he married or whatever else. But my thing would be this. Yes, I would say yes. But my thing was it's reconnecting with the whole family. Honestly, with the dad. Yeah, exactly. Because she has two daughters. It's Simone and her sister. It's like it's three people that you have to reconnect with, not just Simone, but they're trying to make it a bigger thing since Simone is the bigger person out of the whole three. You gotta go thank your dad. Honestly, I would start with dad because dad the one who took. Then I would start with both of the girls. I mean, would be second to let them know, you know what I mean, what you were going through. And I think that's the thing is nobody really explaining to them what the mom was going through or what she was addicted to. So, bro,
this go ahead, bro. What you think about this?
Hey, I would say, man, just to like clarify everything from point A is this. It depends on where Simone Biles is as far as her accolades are, that's one thing. But where is she at spiritually, you know what I'm saying? If she got God in her life, then she gonna forgive just based on that, you know what I'm saying? It's God is like the overall forgiver, you know what I'm saying? Like regardless, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna have no regardless of where you did physically, I was able to forgive you just based on God is gonna forgive me for something I did to somebody else. So, you know what I'm saying? It depends on where she at in her life, you know what I'm saying? On the overall level, but you know what I mean? I wouldn't hold no grudges because I never was the kind of person that would hold grudges.
From what I know, her and her husband are in therapy. Just this for her and herself, what she went through when she was when she was younger. Also with marriage therapy, which we were talking about last episode. And I think just all in general, I think that she is a Christian who thinks she will. Honestly, I think she will talk to her mom and forgive her mom and start a relationship with her mom.
Yeah. I think it's also. Oh, okay, you got one.
Quick.
You got two more. You got two more right there.
We got three more.
Yes. He looking at his homeboy like, hey. No, but I definitely think everything is, it's circumstantial. We don't know what also she went through. I don't know what age did she give her up, but and how many times was she expecting her to come get her? Like, you know what I mean? We don't know in full context of what she went through dealing with that. You know what I mean? She could have got hurt so many times waiting on her mom and got broken promises. So you kind of really don't know. And then I don't think she spoke on it yet, so we don't know what she's going to do. But it's easy to be like, yeah, I would do that or she should do that. But we don't really know in full context of everything. And then I'll say this too. What if it was your dad? Because sometimes we kind of quick to forgive our mom because it's our mom, or we have a little bit more grace for the woman for the mom. But it's like if our dads came back in the picture, like, are you just jumping and just?
I was winning. My dad, my pops came back into the picture.
But imagine, let's put yourself in her situation. Now where you at now?
Well,
and now somebody.
If you know that, like I told you before, I didn't know, didn't have no type of relationship with him. But he came back. I think I was like 20-some years old. But then he went back, and then he came back. I was 30-something. and he was living with my sister. So I was willing to build a relationship, but at that time, I'm like, I got my own life. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a want no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can only do what I can do as far as working, spending time with my family, my kids, my girl at the time, my wife or whatever. So yeah, and then you pretty much come last now. Right. But it's not like, oh, I'm still shunning you out. It's just like when we connect, we're gonna connect. But I didn't hold nothing to him, but I still peeped certain things. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't hold it to him. I'm just like, okay, he even said it. He's like, look, I'm sorry for certain things. I'm sorry how this played out. I'm like, look, we're just gonna start from there. We're gonna start from now, and then after that, he went back and he passed away. So
do you feel like he gave a real effort into like trying to make that relationship right?
At that point, it was on me. I'll say that.
So okay.
Because he was, he said that, but he was living with my sister at the time. Mm-hmm. So I'm the one that had the transportation. I'll go over there and, chop it up with him or whatever. But, it's just like, now I'm like, shit, what can we do?
You have any regrets?
Somewhat.
You're always gonna have regrets.
Somewhat.
Why?
It's not like it's a regret to where it's really fucking with me. Mm-hmm. But I think I could have made a better effort at that time. Mm-hmm. But it's not like it's bothering me like that.
I think with mine, everything in me want to say no, but my kids is bigger than me, and I would do it just because my kids want to know who their grandfather is. Right. But I would rather have him deal with them than me deal with my father. Because it's like the other day I had it was funny. Out of the blue, my younger sister, she called me. I have two twin sisters on my dad's side. We all have the same birthdays, and we were just telling each other, hey, just chopping it up. But then we got to a point where we started talking about dad and how he raised us, or like it was, and I came to a conclusion. It's like, shit, y'all was worse off than me, and y'all stayed with him. Like he wasn't a dad to y'all, just like he wasn't a dad to me. So it was like, I mean, did I lose? Did I win? Did I win because I wasn't in there and he still didn't pay attention to my sisters? Or did I win because I didn't have to stay there with him and still wanted my dad?
Right. You didn't have to endure what they had.
Exactly what they had to. It was like, you know what I mean? It's like whatever they endured, whatever they endured, they had to do it in my dad's house without my dad being there. My dad was just in the streets. It was like, I'm sitting here mad because I wanted my dad to be here for me and with me to have a relationship with him. And he wasn't even having a relationship with my sisters who was there. So it was like, at the end of the day, I can't get mad at it no more. It was like, I feel like I did better without him than with him. But
can I interject real quick?
Go ahead.
I believe, honestly, you know what I'm saying, and the relationship as far as being a kid, coming in any kind of trauma situation like that, your feelings as a kid is only based on your mom. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's there, the dominant person, it could go either way for a relationship. So if you're used to daddy baby and mama's out there in the streets or whatever like that, you're gonna take on the characteristics or the character emotional, you know what I'm saying, feelings, whatever your guardian is, who's doing the most for you, feeding you, you know what I'm saying, coaching you through things, or you know what I'm saying, providing for you. You know what I'm saying? If your mom decided, even though your dad could be gone, but life in prison, if your mom told you your dad is the greatest, man, he ain't never hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying? You're going to believe whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even the fact that you might grow up later on, feel like, man, he could have been the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you didn't learn, your friends are saying, my dad got me my first car, but you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you're going to start, damn, I didn't get to experience that, but you still ain't going to feel bad about that because you're going to take on whatever you was taught by whoever is there, you know what I'm saying? However you feel,
that can only last so long.
I was just about to say that.
It started eventually when you become.
You're gonna be easier to forgive because if my mama couldn't hate you, I can't hate you.
But you know what? And just like what Alice said last episode. My mom didn't talk about my dad.
Hate.
No. My mom didn't talk about my dad.
Even if you're gonna learn at the since a baby, you got to be taught to have resentment. You got to be taught what it feels like in order for you to express what it is.
That's not understanding. You be measuring yourself up to other people too. Like, damn,
what I mean.
Why I don't got that? But you ain't taught that. It's just like, why I don't got this experience.
If I go personal with it, in my personal experience, it's like this. Okay, I didn't have, my dad wasn't in the house dad. You know what I'm saying? I knew only knowledge that I have of my father was through the voice of my mom telling me the accolades of what she felt about him. You know what I'm saying? If she would, it could have been reversed. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact my dad wasn't there to do a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to my friends' experience. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying?
That's when we start feeling the way when other people.
But I got more pride and passion about my last name than my friends do when they got an in-the-house dad. You know what I'm saying? I got more pride because it's the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm looking to my mom, she's telling me the stories about my dad. I'm growing admiration. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't have to see it myself. You know what I'm saying? The version when he did come around, he wasn't the same image that I was taught as a kid. But the only thing I can see is them images. You know what I'm saying?
I was like a false superhero.
It was a false superhero.
That's what I would like to
So
say.
it's all based on what your mom taught me. So mom could have told me that.
But the thing is, my mom didn't
change my opinion because I believe my mama.
No, but I want to rebuttal against that though.
Experience.
I want to rebuttal. My mom didn't talk about my dad. All my